Welcome, everybody, to the Super Joe Pardo Show. I'm Super Joe Pardo, and welcome back to another Biz Coach Reacts. Wait for it. The Prophet, EcoMe. We're going to do part 2 today. So if you haven't watched part 1, make sure you click the card up top or check the parts in the description below so you don't miss out on any of them. I need you to smash that like button for me for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this information into more business owners, more entrepreneurs' hands, and your great Aunt Bill. I mean, Aunt Sally. Yes, your great Aunt Sally needs this information so she can avoid the pitfalls in her business. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed already, to get subscribed. So just click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an episode of the Super Joe Pardo Show. Everybody, let's get it started.
Without my money, without my help, this business that you love, it all will go away very fast. Look, Robin, the deal is very clear to me. I will do $250,000 in debt, which means that I'm essentially funding the equipment and funding your inventory. And I will do $250,000 in equity for 20%.
Oh, okay. So in the first part, I was under the impression that it was $200 or $500,000 for just the 20%. So they clarified it here.
Of $500,000. That's my deal. That's my offer. Take it or you leave it.
Just to be clear, that's 1.25 million for the total of the business.
Every inch of this business, every second from beginning to end, it's me. And when you say like, oh, can you give up control over something? Yeah, I can, but I don't want to. This business is in my blood. So if it doesn't make it, it's devastating. I cannot imagine a world without EcoMe. I really can't.
We have a deal?
Let's do it.
Okay. The purpose of me being here is to help you fix the business. Mm-hmm. And for the next week, I'm in charge.
You can't fire any of my employees.
But when I tell somebody that I'm in control for a week, and then they start backpedaling and telling me, well, but you can't do this, and you can't do that, and you can't do this.
I just had one
I know, and I'm saying no.
Yeah, but we've just met.
But I'm just giving you $500,000, and I'm asking you to trust me after I told you I would trust you.
But I'm turning over my entire
for a week.
My child.
But for a week. I'm babysitting for a week.
I know. Let me tell you the thought process behind the employees. You come in, not emotional. It's not your baby yet, and you say, you know what? So-and-so might be better in a different position. And I don't know if we're ready for that position because I might want to outsource that.
It's a business, Robin.
Of course it's a business, but these are people's livelihoods.
So you either trust me or you don't. And if you can't do it for a week, I can't do the deal.
They also don't have a TV show at that point. But he needs his time to be able to get the control to fix what's there, what needs to be fixed. And it's tough, right? Like, you might feel like, oh, if I give him that week, is he going to make these huge changes? And if he does and they don't work out, like, oh no. But again, as I've said in previous episodes, like, you've asked for this, right? Like, you signed up to be on the show. So, and again, this is the first season, so people might not have realized exactly what they were signing up for, but you know, to me, you gotta trust the guy that's coming in and has done it, you know, time and time again.
Hear me out for a second, okay? For me to give you $500,000, that trust has to be really earned over a course of a week.
And when the week is over, the keys are back to me.
Yes.
Okay.
But at the end of the week, if you don't do what you say you're gonna do, and you don't follow through, my $500,000 and me will both evaporate.
Okay. Okay.
So make it out to EcoMe.
EcoMe.
We have a deal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. That's a real check.
It's a very real check.
Yeah. It's exciting, but it's a little bit unnerving. He's got some really good ideas, but he has some ideas that I know we're going to butt heads on, and I have concerns, obviously, but we do need the help. Hey, everybody, can I borrow you for a sec?
Good morning. Where am I? If you could stand over there with the team, that would be great. Thank you. I've had a chance to meet all of you this morning. I wanted to tell you that Robin and I have cut a deal to be in business together. I've committed to put $500,000 in your business.
Woo! See, like somebody, who's that? The operations director, like that. There you go. She knows. She knows what's up.
And the product needs some tweaking. The packaging is bad, but it's the people process I'm worried about. And this sales team, it's the biggest problem I see. All of you have a
well, there's no sales team. It's a salesperson that operates 3,000 miles away with probably little oversight.
Lot to lose. But if we execute on the things that I'm telling you we need to do, we will go from 500,000 in sales to 10 million in sales. EcoMe is a great product. I love it, but it's
so. How is that beyond? Like, I get that you're worried about your business and all, like that you're going to lose it, but like you're going to lose it anyway. And you might want to look a little happier about that, or feel a little happier about it, that somebody's coming and like. They're not going to take like, oh, now we're making dog treats. Like, no. Like, this is not what's happening here. But you gotta have some trust, right? And obviously Marcus is putting a ton of money into it and time, into it when he could be doing literally anything else. And I think that's one of the things. It's like people, that are on these types of shows, like they have to realize that like they could be anywhere else. They could be doing literally anything else, but they're here, right? They're here, and they're here to help you, and they're here to help your people. And obviously Marcus is in the same boat as myself, where we're creating, we're doing this to create and save jobs, right? So if it doesn't make a lot of sense to just fire people outright necessarily. Maybe put them in a position to win. Maybe adjust the goalposts so that they can get some success or get some more training or whatever it is that they are lacking in.
A great product. I love it. But it's poorly marketed. The packaging's bad, the merchandising's bad. We're going to redo all of it. I don't want to be in one store on one shelf. I want to be in every store on every shelf. The strength of any organization is about its people. And in this organization, it's about its sales people. Can Jen actually handle this job? Can she do it from 3,000 miles away? I'm not sure. And
that's a legitimate concern. Like I said, like with having a lack of oversight there, because there's only one person above Jen, and that person is there day to day in the operations. It might not be exactly the situation that you're hoping for as far as getting it done as far as the sales go, and having that oversight, having that support.
Lastly, our supply chain is broken. We need to improve the process. We can't use a machine that has a maximum capacity of 1,200 bottles a day. I'm going to invest in equipment that can turn out 1,200 bottles in 20 minutes.
That's awesome.
To increase production immediately and put us on the path to generate $10 million in sales annually. For the next week, I have complete control of the business, 100% control. Anybody can be fired, anybody can be demoted, anybody can be promoted. Whatever it is that I want to do, I'm going to do. Does anybody have a problem with that? Because today's the day to leave if you do. No? So if you're ready to go to work, I'm ready to start.
Absolutely.
Ready.
Thank you. Good luck. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
It's not exactly sending a confident message there of everything's going to be all right. Like, no, this might not turn out all right for you because of the way that you are staking your flag in the ground here.
The first thing I'm going to do is get EcoMe's equipment up to date.
This is where we make high-speed equipment.
I'm taking Robin and Jen down to Accutech, one of the premier companies that produces bottling equipment.
So this is the machine.
Look at that.
This is the same type of head right now I think you have, right?
Yep.
This is a neck grabber. What it does, it ensures that the bottle neck is centered to the nozzle so you don't accidentally crack.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that not only will he be able to get them up to 1,200, but what if the bottle filler guy is out for a day? Like you can cross you know, you can cross train on equipment, not like with a process of like, okay, you fill it up and then you weigh it and then it's okay. It's too much. It's too little. It's too much. It's too little. Like that's not when that person's out on vacation or sick or quits or gets fired, you better have somebody else out there. You're going to be out there filling these bottles one by one by one by one.
In between bottles.
Right, okay.
This solves all
60,
that.
70 a minute on this without even thinking about it.
So where do the labels go on?
But after the bottle's been capped, we'll send one through here, and then it's going to travel down here through the labeling machine, and that will catch it.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Getting this equipment will immediately improve the production by 24 times, which means that they'll be able to produce as many as 30,000 bottles in a single day. We need more business like yesterday.
Yeah.
And the great thing there is they don't have a ton of people already. I mean, there's a very, 6 people. So it's not like, oh, well, we have, we're producing 2,400 bottles a day or 3,600 bottles a day already. And now we're going to bump that up about 2-3 times and have to lay people off because they're just not going to have anything to do. They already have a relatively skeleton crew for the amount. It's impressive that they're able to pull out what they can as it is. But again, if they want to put together massive orders, they aren't going to have that ability to do that, and you're not going to necessarily get money or too much money up front to be able to buy this equipment. So she was without going to a co-packer, she would have been stuck in the situation that she's in with very little opportunity to get out of it because they would have had to increase their manpower or their equipment, would have needed more equipment. And God forbid their equipment that they have were to break, that would have, been potentially been devastating, even for the little bit that they're producing now, relatively speaking.
We better sell more. And if you don't, I'm going to find somebody who can. Because this $180,000 machine is going to require us to sell about $4 or $5 million immediately just to make this thing make sense. Thank you very much.
Great.
That is a huge jump in numbers. That's like 10 times what they sold in the last year, jumping from $500,000 to 5 million.
Coded and dated.
Connie and Kelly are my 2 lead buyers from Camping World, and they control all the product that hits my 100+ stores. I'm confident that if Jen can convince Kelly and Connie to buy the product, she'll be able to convince anybody. Boo, it's us.
Scary.
How are you?
So I'm right there. Like, this makes sense from Marcus's standpoint because they need in a Camping World, you are going to sell you can sell cleaning supplies because people need to clean their RVs and they're already there. And to have an eco-friendly thing, I mean, it's just like a home run for him.
Hello.
Good, how are you?
This is Connie and Kelly. They're my 2 lead buyers.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
They see about 600 vendors a year, and they know that they're talking to about 6 million customers. So, Jen, if you can show them some products, that would be great.
Okay.
Hey, Robin, can I show you something inside real quick?
Okay.
I'll just start. So, Robin and I met when we were in kindergarten and we grew up together. We came together based on a need. The need is to remove harmful chemicals from our homes that we use every single day. We wanted to group everything together as our family line of products. That was our initial intent, to mix up very natural products for you and your family.
Jen, can I interrupt you just
Sure.
for a moment? When I look at your product, I see Echo Me, all-purpose cleaner, but it doesn't tell me what it cleans.
Well, we're saying that it's all purpose. I mean, it really can clean almost everything in your home.
Wood?
Not wood.
Okay, so
It kills germs.
So not everything.
Bacteria.
is that on there?
Yeah, I mean, our vinegar does. It says it in the labeling.
Does it smell vinegary?
No, we worked very hard on that as well.
I smell the vinegar.
Womp womp. That's not good.
How are you going to compete in the market? I mean, because you really can't tell me about your product of really what it does.
Yes, we can. We just haven't figured out how to do that
But when are
yet.
you going to figure it out?
We're working on it now.
I see Dave, and I don't really understand who Dave is. Who is Phil, Dave, Matt, and Emma? I mean,
They're our friends and family, basically, and they're supposed to replace.
Basically, so that she's not you know what this really says is that maybe she hasn't done the pitch enough times to know off the top and done it enough to like have not just practiced it but know what works, right? Getting that feedback, that visual feedback from people's faces is something you should be getting when you're at shows with, you know, with people at places or at places with people. So that does not speak. She's not passing flying colors so far, unfortunately.
It's your friends and family and
I think we're missing it a little there.
This is broke for our stores as far as packaging.
It is broke. I don't feel that you're ready at all. And then when I'm asking you about your product, I didn't get a good, clear answer.
What if I knew that I was meeting with you today? I mean, obviously.
If I would have like prepared more, I don't. And in her defense, like it's got to be a bit more stressful on top of, you know, having the cameras there, having Marcus stand right out the side looking mighty, you know, not happy with the situation. It's got to be tough. So I get that, but 5 years into this, she should have her pitch pretty down. She should be able to wow them. Maybe not fairly easy because maybe they were told to come in and be very hypercritical because of the, you know, looking for that feedback. But yeah, she should have did a better job.
You know
I do my research when I come prepared.
You have to be ready, or you're not even going to get an audience. That's how it rolls in retail. I'm not convinced that you can do it.
That's terrible to hear.
This would be what our bottle would look like.
I really don't like the colors.
Robin, I don't give a crap what it looks like. What I care about is that it sells, and that isn't selling. And later, I'm not willing to do the deal if you're in charge of sales.
Well, so we're gonna end it here for part 2. Looking forward to part 3 and seeing if she still winds up being in sales or if she just cashes out her stake in the company. I'm sure Marcus would be happy to buy it, assuming that, you know, more percentage could come to him. Anyway, I need you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we get this information into more business owners, more entrepreneurs' hands. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss another Super Joe Pardo show, Business Coach Reacts. And if you want to follow me on social media, go anywhere at Super Joe Pardo. If you want to learn how you can work with me on growing your profit, as I am a profit growth strategist for small and medium businesses. If you don't know that if you don't know that yet, that's what I do. Anyway, please have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.